back with Bobby and JJ Radio. If you're just tuning in, we're with Albert Cantu. He's a spokesperson for CPS Energy, and also with Don Rackler, the founder of Jon Wayne Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric. Now, I want to start talking with you, Albert. I know CPS is trying to get the word out about the home management program. What is this thing?
Yeah, the Home Manager, that's a product that CPS Energy offers. It's a free service to our customers. What it does is that it really allows our customers to be able to better control or better manage their energy consumption. So what the Home Manager does is that we actually will have a thermostat put on your home.
Sure.
That thermostat then is linked to other monitors that will go either on your air conditioning system, your water heater, and on your pool pump if you've got a pool at home. And what it does is it gives you the option or the availability to go online anywhere with any device as long as you have access to the internet. You can actually turn off and on your appliances without even being home.
Sure.
But it's also what it does for CPS Energy is it allows us to be able to stabilize the grid. And when I say that, it's because CPS Energy, and along with the entire state of Texas, is monitored by ERCOT, which is the Electric Reliability Council of Texas. They oversee the entire state grid. If for whatever reason, if we get, let's say, in the hottest part of the summer months,
sure,
you got everybody cranking up their ACs.
I always make a turkey.
Yeah, people are making turkeys during the summertime, cranking up all their ACs. What it does is we start pushing the amount of energy that people are using. It pushes us up into what's called our reserve margin. Every utility across the state has a reserve margin of 13%, and CPS Energy has that as well. So when ERCOT contacts the utilities across the state, they say, hey, listen, we need you to tell your customers to kind of save energy, drop that so we can get the load down.
Right.
You have other utilities across the state that may have what's called an overhaul, where they've got their entire plant down. So the other utilities have to pick up that slack.
Right.
So for CPS Energy, whenever we push out these power emergencies, which we haven't had in a while, but what the Home Manager is allowing us to do is it allows us to be able to go in there. We can turn your thermostat up now 3 to 5 degrees, or we can cycle off your water heater if we wanted to,
right,
all at the push of a button. And what that's doing is it's really helping us to bring that load down
and
so that we
money.
stabilize.
And saving the consumer money.
It is saving the consumer money because once it's off, you're not being charged for
sure,
anything. But again, it's stabilizing that grid. It's not a CPS Energy issue. It is a statewide issue. So
sure,
we want our customers to understand we have more than enough power to supply the city and then some.
Right.
But unfortunately, we are, we're mandated by
ERCOT,
so we've got to follow
keeping Austin weird. You're keeping Austin weird. Right?
So we talked about maybe changing out light bulbs and changing out filters to save on money. But what are some of these bigger purchases that somebody can make to save on energy?
What do you mean bigger purchases?
So like the appliances, like I know there's a lot of energy.
Oh, okay, yeah. Energy Star appliances. Are we talking about that?
Sure.
I don't know where we were.
You're just any knowledge that we can get from you.
Okay, yeah. So if you're looking to upgrade your appliances last maybe roughly they have a life of about maybe 15 years, 12, 15 years, and then you got to start thinking about replacing them. Replacing them with Energy Star appliances is. Well,
Bob has a lime green refrigerator.
If you've got
an avocado green,
1977 refrigerator, yeah, you want to start thinking about getting something that's more energy efficient.
One of the brown ones.
Something that's Energy Star, because if it's got an Energy Star, if it's been stamped with the Energy Star logo or approval, then it's already been approved by the EPA,
right,
and the Department of Energy as being one that's going to cost you less to operate by the hour.
So those washer dryers, fridges, dishwashers.
Yeah, exactly. I don't believe, I think if I'm not mistaken, you can't get a stove that's Energy Star, but
no,
you can get a dryer, washing machine, and I believe some microwaves. I believe you can get that are Energy Star as well. Water heaters and windows and things like that. So, as long as if you're looking for the Energy Star logo, that's going to be your best bet because you're going to save more energy that way, more energy and money.
Don, let's talk a little bit about this complete home evaluation that you all do, and what are some of the things that you're looking. I know there's like the blower door test and some other things that your company does.
Well, exactly. When someone is looking to replace their system, what I was telling you guys earlier is that the customer gets to pick the contractor.
Right.
He gets to pick the brand.
Sure.
He can pick the efficiency, what efficient he wants, but the house gets to pick the size.
Right.
And the only way that happens is when you have a manual J-load calculation done, where you come out, we measure the home.
Wait, I heard Jennifer Lopez. I got real.
Manual J. Manual J.
Manual J low
Manual J.
Okay.
And we it's a calculation where we measure the house, the windows, how much insulation, which way it faces, the color of the shingles. All these things go in that calculation to determine that size house, with that many people living there, needs
Right.
this size system. And unfortunately today, a lot of people will only do size per size, whatever size they have. Give me another one, or they think bigger is more efficient, and bigger is not more efficient.
Mm-hmm.
When you replace your system, you want to buy the smallest air conditioner you can buy that will cool your house.
Okay. Wow, that's
You know,
different. Yeah, but
because the thing about it is, just for example, if say you had a home, 1,200 square foot home, say it took a 3-ton system, and you went and put a 4-ton system or a 5-ton system in that 1,200 square foot home, what's going to happen? The system is going to short cycle. It's going to come on, cool, turn off. Come on, cool. So you're going to end up with cold and clammy instead of cool and dry. You're going to be living in a cave. You want the system to come on and run. It's got to run long run cycles in order to remove the moisture.
Gotcha.
If it runs short cycles, it's because we have high humidity here almost all the time.
Yeah.
The bigger part of what the AC does is take the moisture out of the air, and the only way it can take moisture out of the air is when the system is running.
Gotcha.
So the manual J load calculation is a must. If you're having somebody replace your system and they haven't done a load calculation, then all they're doing is guessing.
Right.
And people go, oh, it's so many square feet it takes this size system. No, that's one of the calculations that we use to determine the size.
So if somebody, I guess, realizes that their energy bills are just too high, do you have a service where you can come out and evaluate the system and let somebody know if they need to get a new HVAC system?
We do, and we do that for free.
Free.
No charge.
Free?
Free.
Free?
Free.
I heard it. Free.
Free. Yeah, we will be happy to come out and evaluate their system, look at everything, and give them some options, give them proposals on what you could do to save more money. If you have a system that's 10, 12, 15 years old, obviously what you could buy today would be a lot more efficient than what you have. The other thing about replacing your system before it breaks, you get to pick the contractor, you get to pick the brand, I get to pick the efficiency. I know what size it is. And then the most important thing is you get to pick the day that your house is having open heart surgery.
Right, exactly.
You get to pick that day. You don't have, I got a birthday party Saturday at 3 o'clock and your system fails at 8 o'clock on Friday night. It's a big rush to get something done.
Right.
Do it before it fails. Plan that event. Make sure everything is taken care of. You'll have a much better job. Everything will be done right.
Sure.
Not in a big rush.
And so now I'm kind of leading this into to Albert here, because you guys give different rebates, right?
Yes.
And so if Don comes over and he can get you some rebates to the air conditioning rebates.
Don's done a wonderful job of that.
Sure.
What we love about Jon Wayne Heating is that when they do go out to a customer, someone they do know that it's got to get replaced, they do let them know that CPS Energy has rebates that are available, and that's really what we want our folks to do, is to take advantage of those rebates that we have available right now.
Yeah.
So we were talking about, Don will know exactly what size system you need to go with,
Sure.
but he's also going to look for which one is going to be the best to give you the most energy efficient, the most money for your or best bang for your buck, rather.
Right.
So I've got a list here of different
Let's hear
rebates
'em.
that are available, so I'll just kind of go over them. So for CPS Energy, if you want to take advantage of any of our rebates, you have to go with a 15 SEER or higher. When I say 15 SEER or higher, SEER stands for Seasonal Energy Efficiency Ratio. The higher that number, the more energy efficient the system becomes.
Right.
So for anybody who's thinking about replacing their system, if you go with a 15 SEER system, we're going to give you
The
100.
easiest way to do is just to call Don.
So I
Exactly.
should definitely replace my one SEER.
Your one SEER?
Exactly.
Yeah. What is that?
You can't even find a one
That's-
SEER.
is that a- that's a
Don't
fan?
pay attention to him, folks.
That's a box fan.
That's a box fan.
Well, there are some 1 SEERs out there. That's the ones that are 15, 20 years old that never been maintained.
Exactly.
A box fan.
So a 15 SEER, you're going to get $110 per ton. So again, based on the size of your home,
Sure.
that determine the tonnage of what you'll need. So
Yeah.
15 SEER, you get 110. 16 SEER, you get 125. And if you go 17 SEER or greater, you're going to get $225 back per ton. Per ton.
Wow.
So if you got a 5-ton home or 5-ton system, 2 of them, I mean, that's 10 tons right there. So you're looking over $2,200. So that's a great rebate. We want folks to take advantage of that. Again, we have to reiterate that it is not available for new construction. So if you're building a new home,
Yeah.
you can't use that rebate for that. It's
No,
got to
this
be
is
for
for-
existing homes.
I
Yeah,
got you.
This is simply for replacement. Now, if you have been living in an older home and you have window units, we do offer rebates for window units as well. So if you get an 8,000 BTU BTU or less, you're going to get $50, and if you do 8,000 or greater, you're going to get $100
Gotcha.
credit. And these are all credits that are applied to your CPS Energy bill. We're not going to give you cash or anything, but it is going to go towards your energy bill.
Yeah. So what about? So there's some other ones too. It's like
Yeah, I've got tons of them. I mean, I don't know how much time I could go down this.
Well, let's talk about with Don. You also do, and a lot of people don't know. First of all, it's AC heating, electrical, and plumbing.
That's correct.
Because a lot of people just think you work with the AC heat, but you also do attic insulation.
We do attic insulation, and you can get up to 25 cents a square foot on attic insulation. And another big one, you can get up to $2,500 for replacing your ductwork.
Wow.
And so,
As a rebate.
As a rebate.
Wow.
And this, I want to really hit home about this, is that a lot of people, and we have a lot of customers who have called us that have bought high efficiency systems, not from us,
Right.
and then they still have high utility bills, and we go out and check the system. Well, they bought the most efficient air conditioning system they have, but they have the most low efficient duct system there is. It leaks, and it's highly restricted.
So they're air conditioning all the rats.
Exactly. So the duct system is a part of the system, even though you don't see it,
Right.
but it is the conduit that we're pushing that air from room to room. So the duct system is highly important that be addressed, and many times it needs to be replaced.
Sure. Yeah, and a lot of ACP companies don't. When they go, they just want to replace something.
Well,
They
exactly.
don't want to replace it. But ductwork's the last thing you want to replace because it's a dirty
And think
duct.
about it like this: if you're putting a high efficient system on low efficient ductwork, if your system is leaking, and you put a high efficient system on it, it's going to move more air and it's going to leak more.
Yeah.
You made your problem worse.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So the duct system is very important that's looked at, addressed, and make sure that there again we do what's called a manual D duct design. Is we design that duct system for that house, which way it faces, how much glass it has, does it have a tree in the front yard, whatever. All that is based upon what size that duct will take to cool that room. And here's the thing: when the system is designed properly, you don't hear it and you don't feel it. You should not feel air blowing on you, and you should not hear it. You should just be comfortable.
Wow.
That's when it's right.
That's never happened.
And Don, we have to go back to the rebate because, for people who are thinking about replacing their ductwork, CPS Energy offers a rebate for that as well.
But they need to know that up front.
They do need to know that up front. And plus, when you go to our website at cpsenergysavers.com, we have a list of registered contractors that are available. Anybody, you can choose any one of those contractors
Choose
that's on
Jon
that
Wayne, though,
list.
if you don't mind.
Yeah, John.
But I brought Jon Wayne here. But yes, Jon Wayne is, of course, one of the registered contractors.
So they
that's on
don't have to
this.
worry about not.
Exactly.
He knows what the rebates come with.
I mean,
and
if
all
you're
that.
listening to this and you're hearing Don speak, I mean, he's very knowledgeable.
Sure.
So you got to know you're getting a great service when it comes to Jon Wayne Heating and Air. So.
Absolutely. So let's talk about some of the attic insulation, solar rebates, refrigerator recycling rebates, heat pump.
We could go
airflow.
on and on. Okay.
But everyone go to what website to find out all these?
Yeah, exactly. To find a list of all of our available rebates, you got to go to our website at cpsenergysavers.com.
And if they want to get a hold of Jon Wayne, where do they go?
JohnWayneAir.com.
JohnWayneAir.com. So this is a great show. Albert, Don, thank you so much for coming by. This is a lot of good information. A lot of people have always asked us, how can we save money? And you guys are definitely helping us out and our people out there. So if you want to see some more of this show, you go to BobbyandJJRadio.com. You can go to SoundCloud. You can go to our YouTube page. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.